So you're thinking about getting chickens. Most loveliest creatures ever that give you food, that give you eggs. They are probably the most adventurous animals in the world. Just wanted to give you all a little taste of what it's like to have. I know I'm not the biggest farmer in the world. I'm definitely not the biggest farmer of chickens in the world. But I mean, we have a somewhat big flock. And this is their coop whenever we're cleaning it. This is what their coop usually looks like. It's over here. We have 2. So if you think about getting chickens, you're thinking about them, and you really want them. Well, if you're not counting in how much labor it's going to take, depending on what kind of person you are and why you're getting them, and also why you want them. Yes, I know they may be the cutest, fluffiest animals, etc., etc., but they're definitely not the easiest things to maintain. And as in maintain, I mean take care of. They are probably the most filthy animals in the world, other than hogs or pigs. The reason why I say that is because they like to dig around. We cannot have plants. You cannot have flower beds. Reason being is, I'll show you. They come over here, and since they are birds, they like to pick for worms, bugs, etc., etc. But they tear up your flower beds. Whenever we first bought this place 3 years ago, this was all nice with pine tags, looked great. Now it's just bound to dirt. There's the ducks. Reason being, they like to siphon through, so they just like to kick shit through, and they like to go for it. And that's okay, if you don't mind that. But if you do mind the fact that you want a perfect flower bed, you want a perfect vegetable garden, that's not going to happen whenever you have ducks, chickens, or turkeys. Or any type of bird, unless it's one of them indoor birds that, just stays in your house or whatever. If it's a chicken bird, whatever you want to say. They create a lot of mess. Like, we have all different kinds. That's a meat chicken right there, and then that's a rooster. We have 20 chickens, one's a rooster, and the rest, we got 11 this year, and we had 6, and then we had 8, and so we've just accumulated them over the past few years. And I know I may be wandering a little bit. Chickens are a great idea if you're willing to put in the effort to have them. I say that because they take a lot. People may say that they're the easiest animal to keep care of, but in my opinion, that's a cow, really. A cow's really easy to maintain for reasons. So, you get your chickens, you pay for your feed, you pay, depending on if you get chicklets or chickens. Let's say you get chicklets, then you gotta pay for the heat lamp, you gotta pay for etc., etc. You gotta pay for the bedding, you gotta pay for the feed, you gotta pay for, well, depending where you live, you gotta pay for the water. We have a well, so we don't have to pay for water. But it all depends. But if you live in a neighborhood and they allow it, I don't know, probably a good idea, but depending. If it says like 6, maybe. 6 is an okay number, because they're not that bad to take care of, but also they're still a little bit to maintain. And so, let's just say you have 20, which I do. I have 20 of those and 2 ducks. Well, it ends up looking like this. You have to clean out your chicken coop at least every 3 months. Or we usually go every 2 weeks. 2 months or 2 weeks. Depending. But it's a lot of work because they leave a lot of chicken shit and straw and food and all this. This is all that mixture right here. This is a chicken, water, mud, straw, and feed mixture, which just goes down into our drain. And it's an okay thing, but at the same time it's not. Because I mean, depending on where your well is, if it's over there, water contamination not a big deal. But if you have like a nearby stream or something like that, water contamination is a big deal. Ours, it's not necessarily, because we have a retention pond sitting over there, and all that does is just hold it. And so it'll dry up, it'll fertilize it, and etc., etc. So in reality, it'll make it better as a growing thing. So I just want to tell y'all that chickens aren't the easiest birds to maintain in the world, and definitely not the easiest animals to maintain in the world. But if you're willing to put up the effort, and it's not really a money standpoint, I mean, shoot, somebody with $150 or less could easily buy, or more, could easily buy chickens and raise them. We got lucky because whenever we bought the place and we didn't have horses, it came with 8 horse stalls. So we converted 2 of them into chicken coops. We started off with 1 over here, then we went to the other one whenever we got 11 more chickens and ducks. So I just wanted to let y'all know, if you're thinking about getting chickens, just what has to go into maintaining them and what has to go into taking care of them. We take care of ours very well. We just get really busy. It depends. If you're a really busy person, it can get really hard because you have to. If you let them free range, that's the best thing for them because they get really healthy. Like those, that was our first flock of them. He was also one of our first flock, and they're really healthy chickens. And also the rooster likes to mess with them. These are some of our newer ones. We have a mixture of new and old. These are our newest one. We have 11 of them. They're all scattered around here. And they are very skittish. The older ones, not so much. I can call them right now. They're really smart, actually. Here, chickens! Here, chickens! And they start running to you. They've learned us. They have learned to come to us. And so anyways, I just wanted to let y'all know that. And anyways, have a nice day.